From Miami, Florida, Premier Boxing Champions now features 10 rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red with the black and the white trim. His professional record of perfect 13 wins, 5 of those coming by way of knockout against no losses. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Alex Chi-Town Heat Martin. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the black, silver, and the red. As a professional, he too is undefeated, 13 wins, 11 of those coming by way of KO. Hailing from Aguada, Puerto Rico. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, Miguel Alejandro Magno Cruz. And your referee in charge, Sam Burgos.
Tonight's Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Corona, who brings you the best in boxing. Miguel Cruz, Alex Martin, both undefeated. 26 and 27 years old, respectively, 1-inch reach advantage for Miguel Cruz. This one should be a good one. Both fighters extremely confident going into this fight. Here we go, round number 1. Alex Martin in the red and the white trunks, Miguel Cruz in the black with the red trim. We talked to both these guys earlier this week, and like I said, both incredibly confident they're going to walk away with the victory.
I think it's a nice way to put it, dismissive of their opposition. Absolutely. They really believe they're the best guy in there. The other guy's not going to be a problem.
And I don't find that surprising because both of them are undefeated, but these are two contrasting styles. You got a big puncher in Miguel Cruz and a slick, crafty boxer in Alex Martin, man. I can't wait to see how this unfolds.
Yeah, Miguel Cruz 85% of the time is knocking out his opponents, just 38% for Alex Martin.
A lot of times that style, the power punching style of Miguel Cruz, and that's what he said was his advantage. Plays into, like you said, Champ, a slick guy, a good counter puncher. That's exactly what he wants to see.
And you know, a lot of times these young fighters can just walk out there, land a big shot, and it's over with. But he's going to have a hard time finding Alex Martin tonight. He's going to have to work for this knockout. That means go to the body and to the head. You just can't rely on that big right hand.
Big shot there from Cruz connects.
You can already tell the contrasting styles. Cruz out there throwing big shots.
Southpaw stance for Alex Martin.
What does that mean? That means the power shot is easier to land for both guys.
One thing that Alex Martin said about Miguel Cruz is that he's very slow. I'm not seeing a big disparity halfway through round number 1 between the speed of these two. However, Alex Smith, do you think he's loading up too much on these punches?
Well, that could be the case, but I know Alex Martin has landed some good body shots, 2 straight left hands to the body, and I know it got Cruz's attention. Cruz
is reaching a little bit with shots. See out there, firing from way outside. That gives a big counter-punching opportunity for speed like that. That's what you got to be careful about.
And like I mentioned, he's not going to just find them easily. He's going to have to work for it. And I would advise the young man to start digging some shots to the body just to slow Martin down a little bit. And this is a 10-round fight, so he has time to do his work.
And that's something that's very vital. Guys this age, guys about this time in their career, you're starting to get into long fights. You're starting to see more difficult opponents. Can you control your emotions? Can you settle down? You're ready for, like you said, Champ, 10 hard rounds.
And I think the main obstacle tonight will be his mental. How strong is he mentally? Can he go through some tough rounds where things may not be going his way and keep it together rather than break?
A couple of nice shots there from Martin.
10 seconds, like a bell. Like a bell. Stop on the bell,
Round number 2 is underway. Alex Martin in the red and the white. Miguel Cruz is in the black trunks, the red trim. And Tony, you said it very well earlier. I mean, Miguel Cruz is going to have to work to find Alex Martin. It seemed in round number 1 that Cruz was missing some big shots.
And you know why? Because his feet is not really connected with his body. He's reaching over his feet a lot. and the guy is just not there. He's a very slick guy. Every time he comes forward, he takes that step back, and he's able to counter Cruz. So Cruz is going to have to really make this a tough fight and keep it inside like that until he can land something significant.
Couple of those were low. Couple of those were low.
So referee warning in there. So keep your hands up.
And look at adjustments. We're talking about maturity, 10-round fights. In the beginning, Cruz was landing some big punches. What did Martin do? He adjusted. Those punches weren't landing the back half of that first round. What Cruz has to do is start boxing from the waist down, catch his feet up to his hands.
He's going to have to be on balance. And as Martin opens up, he's going to have to punch with him. That's how you negate a guy that's much quicker than you and has better boxing ability than you do. You got to punch
one thing that Martin said in that meeting that we had the other day. He said, look, I'm so much faster than Cruz. He just doesn't know what's coming. And so far, 1.5 rounds in, we're seeing that Martin is definitely the faster boxer.
Bring him up. Stop. No throwing. Step back. Let him go. Okay, good job.
We talked a while ago, Champ, about when you were getting ready to fight Roy Jones Jr., you said, throw those punches in the middle of his combinations. He's going to throw 5 or 6. Throw one right in the middle, catch him while he's punching. He said, that's the key to beating a faster guy. Do you think Cruz can do that?
I'm not sure. Man, because it looks like every time he reaches over his punches, and he's not leading with that jab. He's actually throwing that straight right more so than the jab. He's going to have to stay on the game plan. It's very hard to do when a guy's outboxing you and landing clean shots.
One thing Cruz is doing that's good in terms of judging is he is being aggressive, he is throwing a lot, he is moving forward a lot, and he's throwing big punches. Not all of them landing clean, but he's the one moving forward a little bit more so far.
Alex Martin seems content to wait for Cruz to be the aggressor and is doing a nice job of counterpunching, but is he going to have to get more aggressive if he wants to actually beat Cruz and get that knockout that he said he is really hungry for?
Got a choice. You either get the knockout or you bank rounds by being more aggressive. He hasn't quite done that yet.
Step back.
This is round number 3 of a potential 10. Alex Martin in the red and the white, Miguel Cruz in the black with the red trim. And you heard the corner of Cruz imploring him in between that round there to stop reaching, Jimmy.
Exactly what we've been saying, punching over his feet, not quite having his hips and his legs underneath him. Now, what you don't want to see if you're Martin's corner, if you're his team, is a round like round 2 where Cruz wasn't letting anything really that clean, but he was throwing a lot more. It was harder to judge. Martin didn't have the activity level that you need to see if you're a counterpuncher, if you're the faster guy.
Well, I felt like that round was very close, but I did give the round to Cruz. I thought his aggression made the difference in that round. But again, I mean, this is a close fight, very, very close fight.
So right now you got 1-1.
I do.
Yeah, that's how I have it too. But we see it all the time. Guys tell us after the fight, oh, he threw all these punches, they didn't hurt me, they didn't do this, and that. Well, then answer back and hit him. If you spend a round, slipping punches, you lost the round. The other guy was throwing and you weren't.
There is more use of the jab from Cruz here in the 3rd round, which is exactly what you said you wanted to see out of him, Antonio.
But unfortunately, neither one of those jabs landed.
He's throwing it out there, it's just not connecting.
He's going to set up those power shots. Bear in mind, it's hard to use against somebody with the opposite status. You just see left lead jabs, more lead hooks.
Another good straight left to the body by Martin. I mean, Martin, you can see he's composed right now. He's really feeling confident. It's going to take a big shot to the body or to the head to really discourage this young man.
That's one thing Martin said over and over. He said he's vulnerable to that uppercut. Even Cruz said, yeah, he likes the uppercut. I prepared for that. So look for him to set traps with that uppercut. He just tried to do it.
And Martin needs to be careful. He can't throw that uppercut from the outside because Cruz almost missed it with a good straight overhand right. He's going to have to be careful with that uppercut.
Holyfield Douglas, we all remember that. Threw it too far out, got knocked out. Yeah, those lead rights. I mean, he has so much faith in that, but Martin can see him coming.
And he has to set that up. He has to set that up. He has to touch him with the jab first, and then blind him with the jab, and then land a straight right hand.
And Cruz said when we talked with him earlier this week that he was going to hurt Martin early, and maybe that was him overextending a little bit with his confidence, saying, look, I'm going to be able to hurt this kid, and then it turns out he's just not there to hurt.
And right now you see Martin bouncing, got a lot of swing in his legs. He's feeling like this fight is going his way, and he's counter-punching beautifully every time Cruz gets close.
Round number 3 is coming to a close. Cruz and Martin both undefeated for the moment. Here we go with round number 4. Jimmy, Cruz has a little mouse forming over his left eye. That could be problematic if this fight wears on in the later rounds.
Yeah, it certainly could be. They're working on it hard in between rounds in the corner. Martin, his activity level picked up again last round. Thought it was an effective round for him.
Big shots there from Cruz. A couple of those coming.
Nice and clean. Let him go. Let him go. Stop. 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 Hey, nice and clean, gentlemen.
One thing that Martin said is that he's never been cut and he's never bled in a single fight. So even though Cruz comes into this with the reputation for being able to knock guys out and hurt his opponents, Martin said he wasn't worried about that even in the slightest.
You can get knocked out and end up looking at the lights and not be cut at all, not bleed at all. It's a different thing. And, you know, certain guys, we've seen it go through whole fights and they're just messy bleeders. 1 or 2 punches and they're swollen, they're cut. He's just not that kind of guy, but you get knocked out either way.
Martin did say that his favorite part of the sport is making an opponent look silly and to clown them a bit in the ring. And we were seeing that in round number 2 a little bit. It seemed to have slowed down a bit here as we got into the 3rd and the 4th round. But if Martin starts to feel like things are going his way, I would expect that to once again pick back up.
Nice right hand.
And you see all that develop because Cruz dug 2 nice shots to the body. That's what he's going to have to do more of if he wants to slow Martin down. Ooh, good shot. Right now, Martin has too much spring in his leg and still dictating the fight with the boxing ability in that stiff right jab.
When Cruz is successful, it's with the 3rd or 4th punch. He'll throw 1, 2, 3, maybe the 3rd one, 4th one will be that power shot that he connects with. He's not going to hit with 1 or just 2 at a time. He needs to put them together.
He's going to have to use that back foot to step closer. Instead of reaching, step behind that jab and get closer to the guy, then throw 3 or 4 combinations. But right now, he's just not trusting it.
Right under that hook.
Waiting for the opportunity. Beautiful kind of
good awareness.
And that jab again, snaps Cruz's head back.
Keeps catching him coming in. Round number 4 is coming to a close. Final 10 seconds and Cruz swings and misses again.
Come here, come here.
Here we go. Round number 5 is underway. Antonio, you heard the corner talking to Alex Martin there in between rounds. And they say that he's letting him off the hook a little bit too easy. Like he's not punishing Cruz as much as he should when he gets him backed up.
Well, you know, he gave great instructions from Mark Cheers in the corner of Alex Martin. And basically he was saying the guy is stuck in cement, basically. You can get in and get out and get right back in if you want. Because he has to be set in order to do anything, in order to punch. He has to get set. And by the time you get set, I'm done. So he's a little bit slow to react.
What do we say in boxing? Make him miss and make him pay. You don't just, and we've seen these beautiful shots where he's ducking under the hook, and you never let a guy off a hook. And I think that's what he's talking about. In the corner, he slipped a big shot and then moves away. No. Get back in there and hurt that guy. Make him pay for missing that big. I think that's what his corner's really harping about.
Jimmy, you're absolutely right. A lot of times you make a guy miss. You want to make him miss by inches so that you're able to counter.
You're still in play.
In play to counter, right.
Listen, time. Stop hitting low. You do that shit one more time, it's going to cost you a point. Don't do it. You understand? Nice and clean. Go over there.
Yeah, the referee is getting after Cruz there, saying stop hitting low. If
We've seen a few of them.
Take a point.
We've seen a few of them. It could be like you're trying to say, champ, trying to put money in the bank in the body. They're just straying low because he's throwing a lot of them.
You can't slow him down one way, slow him down another.
Now, Antonio Tarver's not encouraging cheating.
Not at all.
He's just saying
if you
sometimes
do it,
happens.
you're not trying.
Nice right hand. Good left over the top.
And you know what? Martin took a big left hook, and he took it solidly. He took it great. I didn't see him wobble, and he didn't see that punch.
Well, the good thing is he led with his own hook first, and I think Cruz, like you're saying, he needs to really be set underneath to do damage. So he took a left hook, but I don't think his feet were really under him, and Martin knew it. Yeah, that was quick.
Good straight right.
Big hand there from Martin.
Another good jab. Good timing on that.
Martin feeling good. He's having his way in there right now.
And again, we're starting to see that he's picking it up a little bit. He's smiling at Cruz, kind of poking the bear a little bit, saying, bring it on. He feels pretty confident that he's got it. You know, through 4 rounds, Jimmy, you got Martin up 3-1.
Yep. I only gave Cruz round number 2. I think round number 4 was a little bit closer, but right now I have it 3-1 for Martin.
I have the same scorecard. It's just right now
Stop.
Martin's putting on a masterful boxing lesson. He's using his counter work, using a good jab, and just haven't seen as many solid shots from Cruz.
Final seconds here of the round. They end with a flurry. And here we go on to the 6th round. Are we reaching that point for Cruz where all of a sudden you go, look, we can't bank on winning a decision here because we basically need a clean sweep. So does that change the game plan going into round number 6 here for Miguel Cruz?
I don't think it does, simply because he came in with the intention of being the power puncher and knocking Martin out. So it's a little more, necessary at this point, but I don't think it changes his game plan. So far, he's been throwing power punches from the opening bell.
And again, this fight comes down to styles, man. I mean, and you need a guy sitting still if you're going to land those type of big punches, especially if you don't have the foot speed to cut a guy off, run him into some combinations, and have some type of trickiness about your game. So this is just a bad matchup for Cruz. And I'm not saying that it's too late to get it done, but he's going to have to find something real soon.
Is there an adjustment that he can make that you can see right now that will actually give him the opportunity to land some of those big punches?
He's going to have to cut the ring off and also run this guy into something. He's going to have to give Martin some type of false security in order to run him into the major shot, knockout punch, and I don't know if he had that in him tonight.
Maybe get busier with the lead hand. We haven't seen a lot of lead hooks, a lot of stuff that pushes a guy into a corner, that slappy lead hook to set up the right. We haven't seen that yet.
And again, I mean, it's matchmaking. You got to know what type of fighter you have. Now, the boxing ability, it seems like it's just giving Cruz fits. He's not able to plant Martin either in a rope or in the corner to get those big shots off that he needs.
Both these guys, and both guys very, very confident. Remember, he was leaving, and you said, you turned to me, champ, he goes, I've seen this guy, man. He's tricky, he's slick. He goes, I don't think Cruz is giving the respect he deserves. Oh, nice hook over the top. It's pure slip.
Saying it's a slip, but Cruz did land a couple of big shots there.
Right before, yeah. See the hesitation with the lead hand.
And again, a lot of times, like I said, these fighters coming up young, 10-0. I mean, it might be perfect matchmaking. The reason why you have an 80% knockout, knockout percentage up to 80%. And when you get in there with guys like this, I mean, you're going to have more than just power. Now, that was a good shot. You got to run him into it. Hit him with a punch you don't.
That was another low one. Referee didn't catch it.
Yeah, the referee has warned Cruz for those low blows, said if you do it again, I'm going to take a point. It's the last thing that Miguel Cruz needs.
Look at that jab. The timing on that jab. Right when Cruz gets going, that shot's right in his face. The jab and the left hand. It's right when you get your punches going, it's the best time to hit.
Stop. Get back. All right.
You see Cruz here trying to lead with those long punches. Martin, good head movement and countering. Nice right hook over the top. But look at this shot here. He can take a hit, champ.
Beautiful. Look at that. He caught, you know, with a classic boxer like this, he may not have the power, but he has the chin.
We are on to round number 7. Miguel Cruz down on our unofficial scorecards right now. Alex Martin is the busier fighter so far in this fight, but Miguel Cruz still has that knockout power. And champ, we heard the corner of Martin saying, watch out for the big one punch that can take you out.
Man, I just really like the work I'm seeing from Martin, man. Cruz had him on the ropes down, and he gave him an angle and spent him out, and he got some good shots off. So, I mean, the guy's a great, great boxer, what I'm looking at right now.
Got to keep that respect for the power shot, which he's shown so far. His head movement's been good. Now, if I'm Martin's corner, I might say, hey, if you're throwing those 3 or 4 punch combinations, sit in on one of those. See if we can maybe hurt this guy. Maybe not get him out of there, but get him down, get a bigger lead on the scorecard by maybe dropping this guy. Even those times when he gets him against the ropes, gets him in the corner, trying to get that. There's that uppercut. The sustained offense, Martin's been able to get out every time.
Yeah, it's a great point, Jimmy. Even when Martin is pushed up against the ring, he has great command of the ring. He knows exactly what he's doing. He doesn't panic, even though he's a relatively young boxer. He's still early on.
Just like that.
Great job.
Beautiful job. I think most of the damage done around Cruz's eyes are that jab. It's just been right around the eyes. It's been very accurate.
And I think Cruz's corner may have thought that Martin was going to wilter under pressure, but this guy has rose to the occasion. He stepped up. And I love the way he's spinning off with that right hook. I don't even have that in my repertoire.
You know when Antonio Tarver says that, he's impressed with the guy. He says, I can't do that. Because I didn't think there was anything you couldn't do, champ.
Come on, guys, come on. Let him go. Let him go. Stop. Let him go.
Give that kind of props to another southpaw. That's pretty rare, Antonio.
Hey, Jimmy,
pretty rare.
He's doing it while the right hand is coming at him. I'm not that brave.
When you wonder about the gas, you wonder about the ability to go 10 rounds. And one thing about not being a knockout guy is Martin's used to having to go the distance. He's used to having to bank rounds. He's used to having to fight the whole time. Cruz, he knocked out as many people as he's knocked out, not going the distance that often.
Uncharted waters right now.
And Martin did make reference that he didn't like that Cruz was talking a lot of junk before this fight. He said, I'm not going to respond. I'm just going to let my hands do the talking. And so far, through 7, he's done just that. And here we go, on to round number 8. And even between rounds, you guys both had a great point that, you know, Alex Martin is used to logging these longer fights, and Cruz taking big breaths, gasping for air, whereas Martin just looks very calm, very relaxed, even in between rounds when he's looking for that break.
And also one thing, you want to wear yourself out, go to your gym, go to a heavy bag, and throw nothing but power punches. You're going to be winded in a couple of rounds. I don't care who you are. And that's the thing about being a power puncher, thinking I'm going to get this guy to there early. You throw big punches. Martin throwing sharp strikes, but not putting a whole lot behind any particular shot.
Let's go. Nice
And it looks like the corner of Cruz didn't know they were going 10 rounds, so his trainer said,
Ref had to tell him.
we got 2 more to go.
Which, if you're tired, is probably a pretty unwelcome surprise that you've got a couple
2 more
rounds to go. Yeah.
Got in there with that right hand.
Stop. Time. Over here. Coach, quick.
Tape on the glove. I believe.
Quick.
Coming off a bit, so referee giving a pause for the
No
action.
instructions, wrap him up. No instructions, put him up. Let's go.
I thought that this fight would be very competitive tonight, and we've seen that. I mean, both guys really putting it out there. Cruz still trying to figure it out.
Stay. Time in.
And round number 8 continues.
Nice and clean, gentlemen. Stop. No throwing. Let him go. Very well. Let's go.
That big leaping hook, that left-handed shot by Cruz. He's thrown it a few times in this round, hasn't been able to connect with it. Has had some success with that straight right, though. But they've been separate punches. It's been the big loopy left or the straight right. He hasn't put a lot together.
He hasn't been able to generate the type of power that he's going to need. And again, he's off balance. I mean, he shouldn't even be close enough for Martin to be able to reach out and grab him. Sometimes you got to take that step in, take that step back. You got to shoot your punches off the hip. And it just seemed like Cruz has had one speed tonight. One speed.
And what's interesting about Martin is that he's throwing a punch and then he's dodging punches that aren't even being thrown by Cruz. He's trying to think ahead, so he's always been 1 or 2 steps ahead of Cruz, seemingly this entire fight.
Trying to time him with that jab coming in. And straight left. But it's always right when Cruz opens up, right when he's about to get his offense going. That's when he pops him with the shot.
10 seconds, yo. Stop at the bell.
Really nice timing from Alex Martin. We are moving on to our 9th round of potential 10.
Time.
It is the 9th round, and Cruz comes out swinging hard, and again, Alex Martin, like the story of this entire fight, makes him miss.
You stop punching. Understand? Let's go. Gentlemen, let it go, let him go, let him go. Break, step back, break. Let him break, take a step back, both of you, let's go. Stop holding, Red. Stop holding, Red. Stop holding, Red. Let him go, Red. Let him go. Let him go, Red. Let's go. Turn around. Stop.
Martin clinching a lot more in this round. Didn't get a little tired himself.
If not tired, definitely gunshot because he's been countered. Every time he releases his hands, he gets countered. So he's gunshot more so than tired.
Low blow there from Martin. The referee's calling time as Cruz goes down, takes a knee.
Bend low on the floor.
I don't know if the ref seen it because he definitely had his back to
You got 5 minutes. It's unintentional, so you're good.
Yep, that would be a low blow. And the crowd is reacting to what we're seeing right now.
It was unintentional, okay?
The referee is saying it was unintentional, however, Cruz is going to have some time to recover here.
Unintentional still hurts.
Yep.
Nice and clean,
still
you understand?
hurts.
You let me do my job, nice and clean, you understand? Stay there, stay there. Step back, nice and clean, you understand? Time in.
And round number 9 continues. Cruz comes out, fires a shot. Martin again making a miss. Fires right back.
good body shot.
There you go. Nice jab there from Cruz. That one connected.
And you know what set that up? He just hit matter. He didn't worry about hitting the bullseye. He hit the bull. And he set a good straight right hand up. And a lot of times that's what you got. Just touch matter. You don't have to be trying to hit the bullseye all the time, especially with a slick guy like Martin.
It's a dangerous game when you come in so confident you're going to be able to knock out your opponent. You're always looking for that home run shot.
You know, it's a little confusing to me because Martin hit him with a good hook over the top and then smothers himself with that clinch, not giving himself the distance he needs to combo effectively. And look at that movement. We love his footwork, but he's clinching a lot in this round. And I don't think that's his key to victory. I think he wants to stay outside a little bit where he can move.
And again, he's getting close to getting really countered with a straight right. Keep throwing that uppercut from outside. And I know he feels good. He's confident in there, but man, that's a dangerous shot.
Show some respect.
Good straight right hand by Cruz. He's still trying it, Jimmy.
Ooh, man, another
Big right hand there. Yeah, that was a big one from Martin.
Martin's what you call pot shotting right now. He's holding up with those one big punches.
seconds here of round number 9. 10th and final round, up next.
Come on in. Come on in. Gentlemen, last round. Touch him up. Touch him up.
10th and final round, Miguel Cruz, Alex Martin. Miguel Cruz is going to need a finish here in this 10th round if he wants to walk away with the victory, because Jimmy, the way I'm watching your scorecard that you write down here, outside of that one round, this has been the Alex Martin show.
Now, the last couple rounds have been closer, just as we've seen Martin's activity level drop off a bit in rounds 8 and 9. I still gave to him. I thought he landed the crisper, harder punches, but those are the ones, even going the ones that could go Cruz's way, I think it's an uphill battle. I think a decision's out of the question.
I'm with you on that, Jimmy. I gave the 6th round. The best I could do was even. That round was very, very close. But Martin is giving him a boxing lesson. Good right hand.
Now, I'm personally not a fan of oh, well, look at the guy's face and told me who won. That generally isn't the way it goes. Some guys just swell easily, but you look at his face in this fight, Cruz has eaten a lot of shots around the eyes, I think a lot of the jab when he's getting ready to go, that jab has been super accurate, and the right hook over the top. That's been the story of the fight.
Seconds left here in this 10th and final round. Can Cruz make something of it and get that home run shot that he has been looking for pretty much this entire fight? He's going to have to if he's hoping for a victory tonight.
Cruz in this 10th round hasn't been fighting like he needs a knockout to win.
Man, he's been reaching with that right hand all night. He's been short with it, and he will not.
If you're Martin, what you got to do is control yourself and not let this get out of hand.
Same thing, reaching with the right hand, coming up a foot short.
To your point, Champ, even when he has landed with the right hand, he's been a little off balance. They've been clubbing shots. They haven't been that crisp, sharp right you need to drop a guy. It hasn't been landing those.
He's leaving his body behind. He's not stepping in with his feet, so he can close the range and close the gap.
Less than 20 seconds remaining in this fight. Cruz looking for an opportunity to open up. However, Martin staying close. Final 10 seconds. That is the end of 10 rounds. Welcome back to Hialeah Park in Miami. It is Premier Boxing Champions. We just went 10 rounds with Miguel Cruz and Alex Martin, and it's time for the official decision. But first, let's take a look at some of the action here.
And it was some wide punches by Cruz. Martin trying to answer. That was the story of the entire fight. Cruz trying to push forward, land his power punches. Martin counter-punching.
Straight left hand like that all night long. I mean, Cruz had his moments. But Martin, I think, from a boxing standpoint, he dominated this fight.
Let's take it over to Ray Flores for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, having completed 10 rounds, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. Judge at ringside, Mark Streisand scores the bout 99-91 for Martin. Judge at ringside, Toby Tamarkin scores the bout 96-94 for Cruz. And judge at ringside, Richard Green has the bout 96-94 for your winner by split decision, Miguel Alejandro Magno Cruz.
Certainly a mixed reaction from the crowd here in Miami, but Miguel Cruz moves to 14-0.
Wow. I agree. I had it 99-91. I agreed with the one judge who went with Martin.
I also agree with that judge, man. And, my heart goes out for Alex Martin. He fought a hell of a fight tonight, and no matter what the scorecard says,